Last couple days I've focused on the ultralight, but today we are going to try something a little bit different. I've got my bass rod and I'm going to try snapping a chartreuse tube around, and we're going to fish it around the brake line and see if we can't catch a smallie or two. We'll see. It's worth a shot, I feel like. If this doesn't work, then I can always go to a drop shot with something more natural. I'm just concerned with a drop shot that I'll just end up catching a bunch of rock bass, and as much as I enjoy that on ultralight, I don't necessarily want to do that on a bass rod. No way. This is probably a rock bass. I thought the rock bass were gonna avoid this thing. But there you go. First cast, we've got a rocko on the tube. Well, that's okay. I'm not gonna complain about it, but the goal is to try to catch small jaws. So hopefully we don't mess with too many of these, but again, never gonna complain about fish. See ya, buddy. As far as presentation goes, I'm really just gonna try to it's another rock bass. What I was gonna say is I just want to get this down to the bottom, and I'm just going to kind of snap it and drift it around. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy, but I do want to pop it around a little bit down there. And there you go. I think we've made 2 casts and we've got 2 rock bass. There's definitely a huge population of rockos down there. Are there any small jaws? Hopefully. When it comes to fishing deep water, whether you're targeting bass or something else, it doesn't necessarily matter. Watching your line is critical. Like right now, I know my lure is probably falling, or it's kind of behind something, or it's getting picked up by a fish. I was trying to give it some more line, but then it started to move a little bit. But again, that just proves my point. It's like watching your line is critical in this deep water, especially when you're fishing for, you know, these fish that might eat it right off the bottom. They might eat it while it's on the bottom. Just being able to kind of have a control of your line, have a feel for your line, it's really, really important. There's one. Probably another rocko. Doesn't feel small necessarily on this rod, but he's not fighting, so it's not a small jaw. Man. Yeah, pretty good rocko, just fat. They are so fat in this lake, it's unbelievable. They're clearly eating a lot down there. They are heavy boys. See ya, bud. Okay, I tell you what, the tube is not doing what I was hoping it would do. I figured it was worth trying something bold like this to start, just to see if the smallmouth were super aggressive. They're telling me that they don't want a tube, or at least a chartreuse tube. So I'm gonna try something else for a little bit and we'll see what happens. Maybe a drop shot, I don't know, let's look in the bag. I'm gonna go with this little jackal swim bait on a little jig head here. We're gonna fish it very similar to the tube, but it's a lot more natural looking, so it might work. If not this, then probably a drop shot. With all this wind rolling down this brake line, I would sure think smallmouth would crush this thing. I can confidently say that the second that I rig up the drop shot, we will catch fish. Unfortunately, I can't confidently say they'll be smallmouth. I can pretty well guarantee that rock bass are gonna terrorize my drop shot. But that's something we have to do. It's all part of the process. In order to find the smallmouth, we got to go through some rockos. That is part of the rules. As a reminder, the jackworm was designed with a couple of different options in mind. In this case, I'm snipping it down to be a cutworm, and I'm gonna throw that on a drop shot. This is the Dakota Sunrise color. I love this for a drop shot. Not sure how the smallmouth are gonna feel about it today, but it's worth a try. Come on, drop shot, don't fail me now. Ta! Rock bass, very first cast. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. I told you, the second I rig up the drop shot, I am going to catch more rockos. At least we caught another fish. I could catch a million rock bass if I wanted to. Crazy. Where is your good friend, the smallmouth? See you later. I know there's smallmouth down there. There you go, buddy. There you go. Oh, he pooped on me. Dadgummit. Ah. Yeah, I've been trying to mix it up a little bit with regards to how deep I fish. You know, I've been trying to fish around the brake line and then off the brake line a little bit. I've been fishing up and down the brake line. I went down that way, coming back up this way. You know, I've only got so much water I can fish, and I really don't think they're gonna be up shallow, because I really have not seen any evidence of smallmouth up shallow. However, you know, they very well could be out there quite a ways too. There's another rocko. It's just hard to say. Oh wait, this might be a smallie. This is definitely a smallie, because that fish surged towards the top. Here he comes. Watch this. Yes, I told you. I think it's just literally a numbers game. It's like you got to plow through rockos, and that fish was right on the break line right there. This is definitely a small jaw. It's either that or a world record rock bass, but he's gonna jump. Oh, he came up right to the top and he didn't jump. Well, he's putting up this kind of fight on a bass stick, so it tells me he's not small. I'm used to ultralight, so if a fish pulls this hard on a bass rod, it's not a bad fish. Yeah, it's a respectable small jaw. It's a respectable fish, my friends. Hey, get off of their net. There you go. Dakota Sunrise Jackworm, got it done. Okay, drop shot's the play, my friends. You just gotta plow through a bunch of rockos before you get the reward. And this, my friends, is what the reward looks like. Try not to get a hook in my finger. There you are. Northern bronze, baby. Northern bronze. That fish was hooked really good. That was not gonna come off. I'm using a 5/16 ounce drop shot weight, and that's a respectable small jaw right there. He was right on the break line. There you go, buddy. Slow-mo release, maybe? Come on. Oh! All right, that, my friends, just goes to show that you got to keep your head down and keep fishing hard. Now, I don't know how much time is left in this little session, but I'm definitely going to fish more later today if I can. If not today, definitely tomorrow. And hopefully we can continue to catch a couple of smallmouth bass. Got to plow through a lot of rock bass to get them, but I tell you what, it makes it worth it once you feel that tug from a small jaw. Great times. Let's get back to it. That's going to be another rocko, I think. There you go. That's pretty much what I should be expecting. There you go. Another rocko. See ya, bud. All right, last cast for the afternoon session. Well, that's gonna do it for the afternoon session, but I tell you what, I'm gonna consider it a success, and I trust the process. If we come back out here and try it again, we will probably catch some more smallmouth bass. So I'm gonna leave that rigged up, and hopefully we can sneak back out here later. But like I said, definitely tomorrow. I didn't end up coming back out last night. I decided to just relax and rest and hang with the family. But here we are this morning, and it is dead calm. This might be the calmest conditions we've had yet, and I'm just gonna try to make the most of it. Probably got about an hour to fish right now, and not sure how much I'll fish throughout the day, but hopefully we can pick up where we left off and catch another small jaw. We're on the board for the day. If I was putting money on it, I would have said that a rock bass would be our first fish. So there you go. There you go, buddy. Let's see what else is down there. Come on, Smallie. Mr. Smallie, where are you? I literally see a fish. This is so, how do I see that fish? It's so deep right here. That's insane. It's probably a rocko. There he is. That might be a smallie. No, it's a rocko. I literally sight fish this fish, and I'm definitely not in shallow water. Like I said, it's very calm conditions right now, so the visibility is going to be high. That was crazy. The fact that I was able to see this fish, that's crazy. I have no idea how deep it is right here. Probably not crazy, but I'd be willing to bet 15 plus. That fish grabbed it while it was falling. Yeah, it's a little smallie. That's a little smallie. Okay, pay attention. Oh, he came off. Dadgummit. I never probably got a great hook in him. He ate it while it was falling. Right here, there's like, this drop off just seems to change directions just a hair right here. We're gonna try to stay in this spot. He wasn't a big fish by any means, so I'm not like stressed necessarily, but given the fact that I only caught the one smallie yesterday, I wanna get more today. That's gotta be a rocko. Another chunky little rock. Thanks for the fight, bud. Or lack thereof. I gotta imagine the rock bass and the smallmouth actually eat a lot of the same things. Another rocko. Oh, there's fish here. There's fish here. Wait, is this a rocko? This might actually, this is a smallie, I think. Don't draw assumptions. There you go, folks. That's a small jaw. At first, he didn't fight very hard, and then all of a sudden he started coming up in the water column. Oh my gosh, why did he come off? No, I thought I had him. Why did he possibly come off? That was a respectable fish. It was like 14, 15 inches. What? What the heck? All right, well, we're around fish. All right, same spot as the last one. Don't you tell me this is a rocko. It's a rocko. I just had a smallmouth on that same cast, and then I get a rocko. All right, they definitely hang around each other. Like I said, they're probably eating a lot of the same things. Dang it. All right, rocko. I can land the roccos, no problem. Got you. What are you gonna be? It's probably a rock bass. Calm down, buddy. See ya. Oh, pooped all over me. There you go. I catch as many of these fish as I'd like. And I do like them, but it's time to get serious. We're gonna try that little swim bait we tried yesterday, and we're gonna see if that pays off. I know we're around fish. We know that there are technically some smallmouth here. We don't know how many, but maybe the swim bait will help us hone in on smallies. You never know, worth a try. Are you kidding me? Wow! It's a big old chunky rock bass. Oh my goodness. How? Look at that. He absolutely inhaled that thing. Like I said, they are wild fish. Chunky little guy. I can't even be mad. Respect. All right, I'm gonna do something ridiculous. The old trolling technique. Stand-up paddleboard trolling. See what happens here. Why not? I gotta go back anyways, might as well have my lure in the water. That's a bite. There's a fish on there, I think. There's definitely a fish on there. That didn't take very long. Are you kidding me? Paddleboard trolling. Well, don't think it's the right species, but there's a fish on there. I don't know how long he's been on there. That is the wrong species, but we caught a fish while trolling. There you go. Wrong species, but it's a fish on a new technique. We ain't done yet. I gotta re-rig something else though, because we are done with this little swim bait. As much as this swim bait looks juicy, and I thought it would definitely catch me a smallmouth, it has not done a very good job. So let's get back in this bag. Let's find something. Let's get back to our spot. Let's catch a smallmouth. I believe we can do it, man. I believe we can do it. Beautiful conditions for paddleboard fishing. Let's make the most of it. We're gonna try a tube again. This time we're going with a lot more natural color though. I like the chartreuse tube, but I'm just gonna go with something pretty tried and true. This is called Roadkill, pretty similar to a green pumpkin color. I think this is probably a rocko. Yeah, it's a rocko. Hey, he's fighting pretty good. Not anymore, he's not, but he was. That's because he's a big one. Big old jumbo. Jeez Louise. Look at that tank of a rock bass. I might have to grab a photo of that guy. It's absolute beefcake. I'm not even mad, honestly. It's a beauty. If we're gonna catch him, might as well catch a couple nice ones along the way, huh? Another rocko. Maybe I should make a shirt that says School of Rock Bass. Honestly, that's a good shirt. School of Rock Bass, get it? School of Rock Bass. And it works because rock bass are clearly in big schools here, and School of Rock is a great movie, so it's kind of like a perfect shirt idea. So if someone wants to make me a School of Rock Bass shirt, I will gladly wear it in videos moving forward. Can always count on you. Be there when the bullets fly. Is that, what's this? Is this a smallie? This might be a smallie. Is this a smallie? Please be a smallie. It doesn't feel, yeah, it's gotta be a smallie. It's, yes, it's not big, but it's the right species. Yes, now you're not gonna miss this fish. We're gonna bring this fish in the boat, let's go. It's the right species. It's not very big, but we did it. Game changer. Finally. Ow, he just poked me with his dorsal fin. Dadgum, they are feisty. Oh, man, I worked hard for this fish. He's not that big, but I worked hard for him. It feels really good. See ya, buddy. Heck yes, I love tube fishing. I love it when a plan works out and it comes together. What are you gonna be? What are you gonna be? That's a smallie. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2 within 5 minutes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, look at this fish go. Look at this fish go. He wants to be big. I don't think he's that big, is he? Daggum. Get down. Get down. Oh, get down on the board. Get down on the board. Holy smokes. This, my friends, is why smallmouth are wonderful. This is why they're wonderful right here. Watch this. He's going to jump probably. Okay, okay, okay. Man, look at that fish. That fish absolutely dogged me, and he's not even that big. That's the species. That's the species. It's been slow for smallies this entire trip, and then we just caught 2 within 5 minutes. Thank goodness. See you, buddy. Never give up. Never give up. Bye-bye. I love it. I love it. All good things must come to an end, and I tell you what, this vacation was certainly a good thing. It was wonderful. I had a blast. If you haven't seen the first 2 videos, make sure to go check those out. Otherwise, today was a good time. You know, we didn't crush the smallmouth by any means. I think we literally caught 3 in this video, caught a lot of rock bass. But like I've been saying, you know, when you're on the paddleboard, you just got to take what you can get. And I've covered up and down this stretch several times, and I'm pretty convinced that there's probably not a ton of smallmouth here, but we caught some. So in my book, it's a success. Have a great day. Thank you so very much for watching. We'll catch you next time.